Happy Hogmanay. Happy New Year. Bob Currie here, commander of the name and arms of the learned kindred of Currie. And it's my pleasure to wish you all a very happy new year. We're all looking forward to a wonderful 2022 as we pretty thankfully said goodbye to 2021, which was such a challenging year for us between the COVID pandemic and all of the problems that ensued with social gatherings and with the passing of loved ones during this terrible ordeal, as well as a whole dearth of natural disasters that affected the globe in 2021. I think sometimes the best we can say is we made it through, and we can look forward to happier times ahead. Within our learned kindred, it's been a very busy year. Sometimes you think of the learned kindred of Currie as simply a clan society where people gather, and we're actually much, much more than that. We are, in fact, a kindred of Curries that interact together and celebrate together and mourn together as a family, and we are so honored to have so many people express their deep interest in our family, in our incredible Scottish history, and also the incredible successes that we continue to enjoy as our family thrives around the world. I have a prepared message, written message for you that will enumerate many, many names and accomplishments, but I'd just like to pick out a few while I'm with you here at this moment. And three names that come to mind immediately in the world of sports would be Miss Kaylin Currie, a U.S. Paralympic swimmer, Mr. Brooks Currie, who is a gold medal swimmer from the Tokyo Games, and jockey Nicola Currie, who I had the great excitement to watch race at Royal Ascot this year. We see lots of good things in her future. Kaylin Currie, incidentally, so impressed us that we named her our 2021 Inspire Award recipient for her incredible grit and fortitude and perseverance as a Paralympic swimmer who not only swam at the Rio de Janeiro Games, but also at the Tokyo Games this past summer. Many, many Curries bringing us great pride in the world of sports. Another Currie that is on the fringe of sports in a very positive way is Ms. Vivian Currie. Vivian has been managing racetracks and has just recently been appointed to run the Ascot racetrack, which is, of course, one of the highest honors I can think of in that industry. And she recently received the Order of the British Empire, or the OBE, in acknowledgement of all of the contributions she's made to the sports world through horse racing. Lindsay Currie and Anne Currie are but two authors that come to mind immediately that have brought their manuscripts to the market. They're both terrific writers and represent a whole host of Currie authors that we are immensely proud of. Further into the world of the arts, we are honored by a celebrated Scottish artist named Ken Currie. You can see Ken Currie's works at many of the fine galleries around the world, but he recently completed a new commission which has gone into the National Portrait Gallery. And we are very excited for Ken and the incredible work he does. The other would be National Geographic photographer Steve McCurry. Many of you are familiar with him for his famous portrait of the Afghan girl that covered National Geographic, but he and his camera have taken us to many wonderful and exciting places around the world. Elsewhere, we've been busy attending what Highland Games and gatherings we could, sometimes fiercely restricted by the pandemic, causing cancellations. But we managed to fly the Currie flag at a few great Highland gatherings in Estes Park, Colorado, in Scotland, Connecticut, and in Scotland County, North Carolina, where we again hosted our very popular Currie Culture Tent. And this is an opportunity for people to come and enjoy some of the fine arts of Scotland that take us beyond bagpipes and caber tossing, but bring us the wonderful music of the clarsach, or the Scottish harp, Scottish fiddling, and of course Gaelic singing. These are not always a main staple of Highland Games, and we feel it's part of our responsibility to celebrate that deep part of our heritage by making these available to the general public. We normally would celebrate Tartan Day on Ellis Island, but COVID again reared its ugly face, so we went virtual and created, along with Bethany Basilian, the pipe major of the Sons of Scotland Pipe Band in Ottawa, Ontario, a virtual Tartan Day page. We called it Tartan Day Project 1320. And it still continues to grow on Facebook and spotlights many entertainers in piping, harp, fiddle, singing, and we're very proud of that. We also participated in a global Tartan Day greeting through the Scottish government, and that was indeed very rewarding as well. On the DNA front, which is a new area for us, we've been finding some very, very fascinating discoveries on curries and their DNA signatures from the west of Scotland. It's still in its infancy, but we're very excited and encouraged by what we're seeing, especially in the area of the Kintyre Peninsula and the island of Arran. So if any of you have an interest in exploring your DNA connections, we would be very, very happy to talk to you about that. In terms of music, in addition to spotlighting music at the Scotland Connecticut Games with the harp and our culture tent in Scotland, North Carolina, we commissioned a new piece of music that was composed by pipe major Bill Caudle, and it's a piece of music called My Strength and Stay. This piece was composed in memory of His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. It's a lovely pipe tune, and again is viewable on our YouTube channel, and I encourage you to take a look at that. Of course, our big music contribution was yet again our 23rd annual Pipes of Christmas concert, which was performed in New York City and in New Jersey in somewhat challenging pandemic times, but we took every safeguard possible to keep our audience safe, and we performed some of the most beautiful music one can think of for the holidays. I encourage you to take a look at the highlights of that program online, and if you're so inclined to make a contribution to help offset those costs, we would gladly accept them. The highlight for me personally of the concert, well, there were two. We took a moment to recognize all of the healthcare workers that are fighting the COVID pandemic, and all the heroic efforts they've gone to help keep us safe and to treat those afflicted by the COVID virus. We also marked the 1500th anniversary of the birth of St. Columba. Normally, one would think of him as being Scotland's natural patron saint. Of course, St. Andrew is, but Columba brought Christianity to the west of Scotland and was responsible for establishing the famous pilgrimage site at the Iona Abbey on the island of Iona, which to this very day is a site for pilgrims around the world. So a lovely piece of music arranged by Mr. Steve Gibb for our Pipes of Christmas concert. Last year's Pipes of Christmas concert, we were very happy to say, was nominated and was a finalist in the MG Alba's Hands Up for Trad music competition. Consider it the Scottish trad equivalent of the Grammys, and just being nominated was a real thrill for us. And we congratulate all the other recipients that were nominated or received awards. Um, our social media efforts continue to grow. We've reached over the 5,000 follower mark on Facebook, which is really quite incredible and quite exciting. And we're busy developing a new website that will provide access to all of the assets of the learned Kindred of Currie in a non-Facebook forum, so you don't have to be a Facebook member to participate with us online. It's been an incredible year. We're very proud of everything we've done. I'm personally proud that you have allowed me into your lives to mark birthdays, anniversaries, celebrate new Currie babies being born in the world, and certainly mourning with you as we have lost members of our learned kindred as well. I think that's probably more than enough for this message, except to know that I care deeply and fondly for all members of our learned kindred. They are family to me, and I take very seriously and take very proudly my role as commander of the name and arms of Currie. So with that, may I wish you a happy Hogmanay, a happy new year, and may all good things come to you in 2022. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.